Hey, this is Keegan, and today I want to talk about the if function. Now, there are some codes you only want to run if certain conditions are met. This is where the if function comes in. The if function will run every code inside it if the condition is true, but will skip everything inside it if it's false. In C, true and false is symbolized by 1 and 0, where 1 is equals to true and 0 is equals to false. Now let's try it. If condition is true, print F. The condition is true. But if condition is false, it should skip the whole code. There we go. Now, codes inside the if function can be as long as you like. So let's add the addition code. Boolean operators. Here we have equals to, not equals to, less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to. So let's try it. Now, for example, let's say A is 24. If A is equals to 24, then this should run. There we go. The condition is true. But if A is not 24, the condition should be false, and this should not run. There we go. It did not run the printf function. Now let's try less than. If A is less than, for example, 30, it is less than 30, so it should be true. Let's see it. There we go. Condition is true. But if it's greater or equal to 30, this should be false. It is not greater or equals to 30. Perfect. That does not run. Now those were simple conditions. But what if we want to have multiple conditions? Let's see. This is the complex condition. Double ampersand, it means and. Two dividing bars is or. And this is the not. So let's try it. If A is if A is greater than 0 and A is less than 30, it should run because this just means it's bounded within 0 and 30, which 24 is equal to. There we go. The condition is true. But if we, for example, say not, the not operation, we can use brackets to say this whole condition and reverse the true and false. So we knew that this was true, and we use this to reverse, which means it's false. So this should not run. There you go. It didn't print. But what if we say 31? It is outside the boundary, so it's false. And then we reverse it, it's back to true. So it should run. There we go. The condition is true. Now, problem with the if function is if it's false, it doesn't run anything. But what if we want to run a different set of code instead? So let's try if a is less than 30, which means it's false, this should not run, right? There we go, it did not run. But what if we want to say the condition is false? We can use the else function. After the if function, we can say else the condition is false. So let's see it. There it is. The condition is false. Now, with the else function, we can run a different set of function if the condition is false. But what if we want to have yet another condition if the first condition is false? We can use the else if. Now we can use this. This just means if a is less than 0, it's negative. If it's within 0 and 30, it is within 0 and 30. Or else, then it should be less than 30. It should be greater than 30. So let's try. So for example, let's just say -1. This should mean if a is less than 0, which is true, this should run. Ooh, what's this? If say a warning, overlapping comparison, always evaluate to false. This is incorrect. As you can see, this is written wrong. A is less than 0 is greater than 30. That just means it's outside the boundary. So let's fix that mistake. There we go. A is greater or equal to 0, and A is less than or equal to 30. So now let's try it. There you go. A is negative. Let's clear this. So we can say 24. If A is less than 0, which is not because 24, then it should skip. Now, else if A is greater or equals to 0 and A is less than or equals to 30, the condition is true, so it should print this. Let's see it. And there you go. A was within 0 and 30. What if we write 32? Well, 32, this is false, which leaves up to else, which means we have to print this one. So, what does this do? There we go. A is greater than 30. So that should all be the study of the if functions. Thanks for watching, and let me know if there are any questions you need to ask.